Hello.
Hi, hang on. Oh my god.
Did you just hit your teeth? Are
Yeah.
you all right? Did you chip your tooth?
I hope not. Can
Let
you
me
see it?
It looks okay.
Oh my god, that hurts so bad.
Wow. Be careful. Be careful.
Who did this? I taste blood.
Really? Did you hit your lip?
I don't think so. Oh god, what if I loosen my tooth? That was my front tooth. This is so stupid.
Well, tell everybody what you're doing so they, you know.
I was just trying to yank the microphone out of the microphone thing. Holder. Ow. And it was sticking because it's like all moist and gooey in here. And then all of a sudden it let go and I smashed myself in the tooth with it. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry
It's
that we
okay.
had to start.
It's okay.
Maybe it's an upgrade from having a technical difficulty. What do you think?
Personal difficulty.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, just take some deep breaths. Just relax. You're gonna be fine.
I'm the kind of person who I go to pull the sheets up at night, and they're tucked in the bottom of the bed, and I slip and I punch myself in the head. That's awful.
Yeah, that's.
This hurt worse though, actually, because it was kind of like, your tooth.
Well, I would say you're uncoordinated, but actually you're a great.
No, I am uncoordinated.
No, you're not. You're a great dancer. So
well,
I
don't know why that is. That's the only area that I have coordination. I can't even walk normally, really.
What happens when you try to walk?
It's okay if I'm just concentrating on walking, but if I add something like gum or trying to talk at the same time as I'm walking, everything goes out the window.
I see. So if you're trying to do a couple different things with your body,
yeah,
it's not hooking
If your
up.
tooth is kind of loose and you're grown up, will it just solid back up, you think?
Wait a minute.
It's not loose, but
it's not loose. It can't be. Wiggle it. Try it.
I don't want to.
Are you scared?
It's not. I just don't want. I mean, that's a front tooth. I do not want to look like I'm from here, even though I am. I take good care of my teeth. It's not fair if a microphone is going to knock them out.
No,
I flossed for frick's sake.
It's an unnecessary sacrifice to make for this show, I'd say, knocking your teeth out. So let's.
All right, I'm just going to ignore that and let's get back.
It'll grow
get back on track here.
It'll grow back.
I think Bitsy lost a front tooth
as an adult.
I just saw a picture of Bitsy Byron with one missing front tooth. I don't know what's going on, but
really, what's she trying to accomplish?
I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe she had it pulled or something.
Well, sometimes
I assume it's not going to stay that way.
Well, the front teeth do go bad occasionally, and you have to deal with that until it gets fixed.
I guess, yeah.
So it's hard. My missing tooth.
That's way in the back, though. No one sees it.
Well, it's kind of on the side, but most people don't notice it. I just try not to smile too big.
You can't even see it then. I know you think you can, but you can't.
Yeah, but why should we be embarrassed when we're missing teeth? We shouldn't be, actually, because some people can't afford dental work, like myself.
I know, I can't either. That's why I'm glad my teeth are good so far. I don't want to knock them out today.
I'm literally putting off dental work. I've put off getting the tooth, getting the replacement tooth. I have the platform. I don't, but I'm putting off that. And I'm also putting off, I know I have a cavity and I'm putting it off.
I might have a cavity. Or there's like an exposed nerve or something. I can feel it sometimes when I bite something hard. But I've never had a cavity my whole life. And I have really good teeth, knock on wood, good genetic teeth. And I have not been to the dentist in so many years, I can't even tell you. I make my kids go very regularly, and I'm careful about it. But I myself don't go.
That is such a wonderful genetic trait to have good teeth.
I know.
Because I don't.
But it's getting on in years, so I'm going to have to start probably going to the dentist regularly.
Well, it'll be a good experience because they'll just look at your teeth and they'll go, wow, we've never seen such good teeth, and you'll feel great.
No, they're going to yell at me. They're going to be like, why haven't you been to the dentist? And
have you been flossing?
Yeah, I always floss.
Okay, so don't worry. There's nothing to worry about.
Dental floss is cheaper than the dentist.
Yeah, you're going to have a great experience. I'm going to urge you to make that call. No,
and I need to get my wisdom teeth out, too. I've had them my whole life. They're all in all the way.
You don't need to now. Just forget it.
They always tell me that I need to get them out.
No, they don't.
They do. I mean, this was years ago when I was there last, but they were in then too, and they told me to take them out. I just don't. That just seems yucky. I don't.
Well, go to a different dentist because some of them say that. And, yeah, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, about not going to the dentist because you don't have the money.
I also don't go to the eye doctor enough.
Yeah, me too.
Same thing. I don't have the money.
But don't tell my mother.
Okay.
Because she asked me every time. She said, "Have you been to the eye doctor?" And I used to be truthful because my mom taught me never to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say no, Mom, but it's on my list. Last time I just out and out lied. I just said, "Yeah." I don't know what. Finally, after all these years, I gave myself permission to lie to her.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Yeah. So,
and I use disposable contacts, which you're supposed to not have in for more than I think the ones I have are a month ones or whatever, but I wear them like 10 times as long as you're supposed to. I wash them really well, and I've never had an issue. I'm knocking on a lot of wood today.
Yeah, knock, knock, knock.
But they're expensive. I have to use them for like a year.
I know. Back to that money thing.
Yeah.
You remember last week how I was all upset with the excuse me, I was all upset with the town clerk up in my town.
Oh, because she hadn't cashed your tax check yet?
Yeah, well, guess what?
She cashed it? And now you're broke.
No, she cashed it a long time ago. I got all worked up about it. I was taking it personally. I thought she had, some vendetta towards me.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, and that was completely fabricated.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because she was a good town clerk. She deposited it on August 9th. I just didn't think it had gone through yet because I had so much money in my bank account.
Holy crap. There's a problem for you.
I know. So I looked at my bank account today and I said, wow, I actually have a surplus. I'm not going to be back to zero at the change of the month.
That's amazing.
So I don't know what to do. Maybe I should have a party.
You could pay a bill or something, though.
Well, I have been paying my bills with my, biting my nails as I do it. But anyway, I just want to apologize to my town clerk. I feel like I have to do an on-air apologization because I was so rude to her and stupid. So
you weren't really. You gave her a lot of well, maybe this and maybe that.
Well, Carol,
stuff.
Carol, if you are listening, and I'm sure you are not. I'm truly sorry for accusing you of sitting on my check. I owe you a pie. So
pie?
I'll make her a pie.
Okay, that's nice.
She'll like that.
Yeah, who doesn't like that?
See, you can fix a lot of stuff with pie.
I agree. I like pie so much better than cake.
Yes, and there's just really...
Except for cheesecake, but I don't know if that technically counts as cake. Like, when you think of cheesecake, it's not like cake.
But it's not cheese pie.
No.
Right? You couldn't say that. You just couldn't say that. You could say that it's a round
shape.
It's a round cheesecake. It's a cake that's round.
A lot of cakes are round. Except when they're not. I don't know.
I don't know what to say
I think
about
cheesecake sort of falls in its own category that is neither like cake nor pie.
Yeah, there should be another category. I bet there is. I bet
Yeah.
in a culinary cookbook
Or
glossary.
it's almost like a custard in a way, wouldn't you say?
It's got more texture. It's more like a quiche.
I know. I'm just trying to find its niche.
It's like a quiche. You take out the vegetables and the sugar. I mean,
It's a sweet quiche.
take out the vegetables
Sweesh.
and add sugar, and you get cheesecake, sort of. I don't know.
I don't always make cute cheesecake with eggs though, so that kind of.
Do you like cheesecake as much as you like cheese?
Sure. Well, it's a subcategory of cheese,
So it's part of the family.
It falls under the blanket cheese love.
Cheese love.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Cheese love?
Yeah.
That sounds like J-Lo. Or,
It's my rapper name.
cheese love. That's it.
Oh my
that's
god!
so
Today is
good.
my little Bub's birthdays.
I saw your sweet little picture.
Yeah, but it's crummy. It's still the bad Friday, and on I hate shared custody. On even years, they have to go to their dad's house. So they went away this morning on their birthday, which seems unfair. You know, other than being sperm donors, dads don't really have a lot to do with birthdays. Like I gave birth to them. And it really, really, really hurt. So it should be my right to always spend that day with them.
You're being such a bigot against fathers.
Well,
that is very.
In this case, it's all right.
You've just committed that to the public airwaves.
No, I'm not talking about most fathers who are lovely. I'm talking about like the actual making of babies. Like really, really, is that so hard, man? Oh, it was such a terrible thing. And so strenuous. And
you mean because it wasn't hard work for them to make a baby, they shouldn't be?
I'm just saying that this particular day sort of celebrates birth, which they're not. That's not like something that they're really that involved in. You don't celebrate
agree.
like a conception day. If you want to do that, fine. That has something to do with men, I suppose. But the actual birth,
I think it's all rolled in. I think it's all rolled in. Like the man has to go through the pregnancy as well. He just doesn't get all the glory. He doesn't get to go through all the suffering.
No, they don't have any pain or uncomfortness or
yeah, but
anything.
They don't get all the adulation and adoration and attention that women get when they're pregnant.
I don't remember getting any adoration. I just remember being fat and miserable and hot and stinky and
but you
tired
get to be,
and
you get
achy
to,
and
you get to
sick.
be that archetype, the Madonna.
No.
What is it?
I was like pimply and miserable.
No, I don't believe it.
Yes, and I was huge. I was the biggest pregnant woman on the entire face of the earth.
You felt good being that.
No.
Yes, you did.
I did not do pregnancy well, I got to tell you.
So you would get rid of it?
What?
You would just stop having pregnancy? You would take that
You know what?
away?
Actually, I would be pregnant for 5 straight years as long as you could eliminate the actual giving birth part. Like, as miserable as being pregnant is, I would take that over the horrifying...
5 years?
Yes, I would totally be pregnant for 5 years.
Now I beg to differ.
If you could just, at the end, snap your fingers and the baby's out. Like, that would be amazing. Seriously, I would, that's my bargain.
Okay. Duly noted.
Okay.
I'm not gonna enact that legislation tomorrow.
All right.
So we might have to wait until medical procedures advance a little bit.
Hopefully they don't make you bargain though and say like you have to be pregnant for 5 years.
Look, if you're gonna be pregnant for 5 years, then you should get more than one child out of it.
Yeah, that's true. You should have like a litter come out.
Like up to 3.
Yeah.
I mean 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Depending.
I mean, that gives you time to prepare for like having suddenly a bazillion children.
Well, maybe they could come out different ages. I don't know. Like,
no, I like them all little. I want them small in the beginning. You got to train them up from the start. You don't want to pop out have like a 5-year-old. That would be horrible. I don't like 5-year-olds very much. Actually,
don't pick on 5-year-olds.
They're just unreasonable.
What's another bad year?
Everyone says 2 is supposed to be bad. My kids were great at 2. The only time my kids were ever bad was 5. Like, they were hideous at 5. Both of them. 2 was nothing compared to 5.
What about 30? What do you think about 30?
I don't know. I haven't they haven't gotten there yet. They're just eking up
No,
toward
but
the
you've
preteen
been
years.
30.
So.
What do you think? And you have friends who are 30. What do you think about 30?
I didn't love 30.
No.
But
you actually feel like you're getting old when you hit 30.
I know, but 40 is now right here, and I feel way older.
Wait.
Oh, Kristina, we didn't say what this is again, or what
good.
we are.
You're very good at it. Why don't you go ahead and say it?
All right. It's sort of shameful that I still have to look at the little letters to know it.
No, it's just a security blanket. It's not. You don't really need it, but if we took it away, you'd forget.
I know.
So,
You guys are listening to 11th Hour Radio. We're coming to you live from Royalton Community Radio in South Royalton, Vermont, which is WFVR LP. On your local dial, you've tuned to 96.5. But we also are live streaming on the web.
Oh, I feel so good.
I didn't say our names, though. You're Kristina Stykos, and I'm Emily Howe. And we also have a website, 11thhourradio.com. You can subscribe to our podcasts on, I was going to say YouTube, but that's not true. iTunes.
Yeah, we don't have our videos yet.
No. We have to work on that video that you took of the sheep poop.
You know, I didn't remember that we even did that until the other day. I was
just thinking about it. I was like, I feel like Kristina and I have some project that we're supposed to be working on that we've just like been not working on.
I know.
And then I realized it was that.
Man, I want to do videos so much. I have stuff.
I know.
But wow, I don't have any kind of a voice today. Excuse me, I'm going to clear my throat.
Okay, that wasn't good. I think you have to do like, that was a throat clear. I think you have to do like a cough.
No, I think it's okay. I just have to breathe. I have to breathe. I know I have a voice. It's somewhere in there. It's just that, my voice is very, very sensitive.
It is.
And sometimes it's just not up for communication.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is it good for?
Voices?
Yeah. What good is a voice unless you can communicate with it?
I don't know. Maybe you should start like thinking about learning sign language.
I like sign language a lot.
It is kind of pretty. It's like dancing.
It's beautiful. Those really fantastic signers that go to, are at concerts. I just saw one that was phenomenal. They just stand right next to the rock and roll artist. It was a rock and roll show.
That's cool.
That I saw. And she was right up there next to the
rock star.
The guy. Speaking of rock stars, do you know Todd Rundgren? You know who that is?
No.
Well, he's this 60s, 70s rock star guy. He evidently bought the Trapp Family Lodge for a week.
That's not buying, that's renting.
Well, it takes money. The amount of money that it was, he might as well have bought it.
Okay.
How to rent, because that place, it's got 2,500 acres.
Wow.
It's got 3 swimming pools, a restaurant, tennis courts, rock climbing wall, and a wedding tent. And so Todd Rundgren rented it for his rock and roll camp.
Whoa.
And 186 people came. And
it wasn't like that size when the Trapps had it, was it?
Why do you think it wasn't? You mean all the swimming pools and
things?
Well,
it's hard for me to imagine like Maria von Trapp going up a climbing wall, but in her little dirndl or whatever you call those little dresses.
It's not a dirndl. What is it?
Belay on, Captain von Trapp.
Wait, what is a dirndl?
Those little lace-up things that make your boobs pop out.
No, that's...
the little German Austrian
corset.
Lady.
No,
it is a dirndl. My God, I'm a costumer. I know these things.
How do you spell it? I'm going to Google it.
I don't know. I'm not a speller. I'm a costumer. Dirndl.
Well, I guess I can spell it wrong. Dirndl. Did you mean DIRNDL? That's so odd.
Or it might be LE on the end. I don't know. Just look it up.
Well, they offered me the one without
just click on images.
Here's 10 pictures of Maria von Trapp. You're totally right. It says
yes. Oh my God! Everyone, make a note.
Kristina
says I'm right.
70% off on dirndls this week.
Awesome.
You could get
I have a dirndl, but you don't. So maybe you should take advantage of that.
No, I don't think this is really my style.
That's
personally.
true. Dresses are tools of the oppressor.
They are. Yeah. No, I'm not.
Dirndls are usually nice and swishy.
Well, in another lifetime, I kind of like this one that I'm looking at. Look at this. Look at this sexy thing. Wait, I don't know if I can. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's a little gothy though.
That's low cut.
She's wearing a little black choker with it. I don't that's too barmaid. She's at like Oktoberfest or something. But anyway.
Okay, that's not your style.
So that's basically was my point.
I don't know. we strayed a little bit. We were talking about rock and roll camp, and we got into dirndls. So okay. I don't think Todd Rundgren wears a dirndl.
He should.
We could ask him. Why don't we? He's probably got a Twitter handle. We can tweet him.
Dirndls are us.
Tweet him a question. Todd.
Anyway, no, my point is the Trapp Family Lodge is very big, and
it.
Like, I don't think the Von Trapps had all that stuff.
No, it's become a commercial.
I don't think they even had a swimming pool. That's what I think.
They had a pond like everybody else in Vermont.
Right. Remember they tip over their canoe and fall into it? Oh, that was back in Austria. Never mind. I'm thinking of the movie.
Yeah, but they'd probably want to be able to do that here in their new home.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Maybe not all the microbrews or whatever, but maybe.
Well, I thought maybe I should... go up there and see what's going on.
You should get a job up there. Don't you sometimes teach at rock and roll camps?
Yeah. That's it. I'll teach at his camp.
Then you have to get a dirndl.
No.
Yes!
No.
You could wear your jeans under it, maybe.
No.
Kristina.
No.
Live a little. Dirndl up. Cowboy.
That's a new... That's a dirndl up, cowboy. Okay. All right, well, this was quite a week, I'll tell you.
I know.
I had this feeling all week that I was going to get some good mail. I kept checking my email thinking, okay, I know that magical email's coming.
Oh, you're thinking of that kind of mail? Not like snail mail? Not like in your mailbox?
It could have been snail mail, but that's even more rare.
I got the back to school list for my kids.
It's not what I'm talking about.
Which is good.
I'm talking about somebody telling you that
the teachers make you bring in boxes of Kleenex now.
What? What for?
Yeah, because the classroom needs Kleenex.
What every? But that's
every kid has to donate like a couple boxes of Kleenex so that they have enough for the year.
Oh, I see. They put it in the pantry and then they go get the box when they need a new box.
Yeah,
because so many kids
on top of all the other
what
school
that
supplies.
implies? That kids are sneezing and crying and that you need 30 boxes of Kleenex for the year.
It just seems odd that Kleenex is probably a thing that people use. But why doesn't the school buy the dang kids Kleenex?
Because this is Vermont.
Are we gonna have to bring in our own toilet paper next?
Probably. There's a little underfunding going on here and there.
I know there is. It's really sad. And I know a lot of the teachers just buy it out of their own pocket, which is pretty crappy too. But
yeah, sorry about that. Oh gosh, it's time for a song.
Oh.
We've got a really, really fun song here from
The Hills Are Alive.
No. Good guess, but no, absolutely not.
What is it?
It is. It's called Chris by Hunter Pay.
It was mid-afternoon 4 years ago when the ocean pulled a boy home. I'm not sure I'm the one with an accurate tongue. The ending is all that is known. I'll hold on too tightly to the things I love most, and maybe the ocean's the same. Like those old memories of that young man and me, that the oceans of time swept away. Is this what it takes to love life on the shore? And sink or swim's not up to you anymore. Is this what it takes to love life on the shore? And sink or swim's not up to you anymore. This could be my last day here. done. I think is this what it takes to love life on the shore? Sink or swim's not up to you anymore. Is this what it takes to love life on the shore? Sink or swim's not up to me anymore. Well, this could be my last day here.
Hunter Pay has cool hair.
He's very, very charismatic
Yep.
on many levels. Yeah, I have so much to talk about. I'm not sure I can remember it all. How about just gonna look at my little list. I did have a Personal Growth Friday
Oh.
thing. Did you hear about that study where they analyzed friendships and they came up with the notion that evidently only 53% of friendships are reciprocal?
Oh.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
What do
I
you
could
think?
totally. Yep.
Totally grok that?
Yep. I only have a few friends that I actually reciprocate with or whatever. Or vice versa. Like, I don't know.
Well, think of reciprocation as of feeling, not necessarily that
Oh.
you act on your friendship, but that you
Right.
feel
No,
like
I don't know.
like if you said that they were a best friend, that they would also say to you that you were their best friend.
Yeah. Again,
Or-
there's only a few, but
Yeah. Well, I guess I wanted to say I think the study is a little bit bogus because they just used 84 college students.
oh, they don't have friends.
I know, they splashed this thing all over the internet, and that's how these things go. 84 college students. So, I mean, first of all, where you're at as a college student and your relationship to friends is so incredibly different than when you're older.
Although they do say that you sort of retain your college friendships into later years, whereas you don't often your childhood friendships.
Boy, I didn't. I don't think I have one friend from college.
I did college by correspondence, so it didn't really, I didn't friend
and
anybody.
I was a dropout, but not until the very end. I dropped out at the end, but I transferred a few times, but those friendships did not stick. It was
my mom's best friends are college roommates, though.
That would be so nice. Even high school friends would be nice.
I know. My dad has friends from all those places because he's a friend collector. But
Yeah, he's very gregarious.
I can't. He doesn't seem like he has any more in one certain area. High school, college, or childhood. Maybe he has a little bit less in college. But I don't know.
Well, because college was probably not in the area where he grew up and went to high school.
No, well, he
Where'd
went to
go?
VTC, so
He did.
it's not
So,
far away.
Okay, all right. What did he study?
I don't really remember. I remember he did a lot of things with cats.
What?
Like gave cats like shots and stuff.
What? Really?
Something to do with animals. I think he was in the ag program, but then I don't know, maybe it was like vet tech or something. I'm not sure.
This worries me a little bit.
He doesn't do any of this stuff now. I mean,
Well-
he's kind of a farmy guy. He doesn't really have any animals.
But knowing that he's into taxidermy, it's
No, they were live. They were live cats.
he wasn't,
Oh yeah, he's into taxidermy now. Home taxidermy people do not do it. And if you have a dead moose head, don't try to take it apart and then stuff it with newspaper because it doesn't ever look like a moose again when you
but
stuff it with newspaper.
Guess what?
What?
There's that guy who lives next door to Village Pizza. You ever notice the sign
No.
that says moose on it? Yeah,
No.
there's a taxidermy.
Oh yes. But I don't think he's a taxidermy person. I think he's a he's a meat cutter or something.
He guts deer,
Right.
but it says moose, so he must gut moose too.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a taxidermist though. Taxidermist,
well, we
taxidermist.
don't want to offend any
now I've
local
got your
business
milk
people.
throat over here.
Milk throat is that what you're calling it?
I don't know. It's when you have some mucus or something.
Milk throat.
You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to have dairy products before you sing or are in a play. So, because it gives you milk throat.
Who can structure their life that
I don't know.
That
why would you never have dairy products anyway? That's just have dairy products. Have at them every minute. That's what I say.
That's sort of the good thing about you is you'll actually say it and do it, and I espouse a more careful and measured approach to dairy products, but I eat them whenever I want. So I'm a bit of a hypocrite.
Okay.
I'll say, yes, it's much easier.
They have not done anything bad to me yet.
Well,
so.
We know it's much easier to digest goat cheese and sheep cheese, but I have a big $16 block of Cabot cheddar in my fridge.
Whoa.
I felt like I was buying contraband. I felt like I was buying liquor, like whiskey, when I bought that thing. Because the guy told me how much it was. I was at the cash register and he said $17 or something. Because I had a newspaper and I had a block of cheese. And I pointed at the cheese and I said, how much is that? It's like as if there was a mistake, but we all agreed, like there's a lot of meals in there.
That's true.
A lot of meals. Yeah, it was one of those big honking rectangles.
I love those.
They have a whole
It's a
case.
brick. It's like a cement block, basically, of cheese.
It's bigger than a brick.
Yeah, I know. That's why I switched it to it's not quite as big as a cement block. It's in between, a brick and a cement block. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, God.
I think I do think that we need to switch to an organic cheddar. Do you know any good ones?
No.
What about Plymouth? Plymouth makes at the Calvin
it's
Coolidge.
not I don't think all organic, but
I'm going to check that out. Grafton used to make some cheese.
I don't care if it's totally organic every time as long as it's made without hormones.
Well, here's the thing. You've got the hormone issue and you have the antibiotics issue.
Right. I know.
So we're losing our immunity to antibiotics.
I know. We raise our sheep almost completely organically, but occasionally, well, we are not certified organic, so because occasionally, every once in a while, basically, when we have a really, 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 really sick sheep, we do give it some penicillin.
Yeah.
And so that kind of means it's not organic anymore.
I think that's how it should be for humans, too.
We love our sheep a lot, and I don't want them to die. And sometimes penicillin is the only way to pull them through. And
right. Well, that's how it should be with the human population as well, but we've overused them. And I didn't mean to say we've lost our immunity to antibiotics. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. That's just what came out of my mouth. But we've lost the efficacy. They don't work as well anymore because we're getting immune to them, right? They're not working.
Yeah.
As well.
You need stronger and stronger and stronger stuff. And they don't make anything they're much stronger.
Yeah.
There's now this like gross skin-eating bacteria that like nothing can stop.
Great.
It can like eat your leg off.
Weren't we talking about bacteria last week?
I don't know. Were we?
I feel like we were. Something about it smelling.
Oh,
that it had a smell.
Feet.
Oh, we were talking about your feet.
No, we were talking about your feet, jerk.
I'm sorry.
And I said you had to soak your sneakers in, what did I decide? Vinegar. And then sit it in the hot sun.
And did I do that? No. I've got those sneakers on right now.
I can't smell you.
But I'm not going to take them off.
I'm barefoot at the moment.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking them off. Okay. You couldn't pay me to take them off.
I bet I could. I bet I could pay you enough to take them off, actually.
Actually, yes.
Because you want to put a tooth in your head. So.
Hey, I've got so much money in my bank account. Oh, yeah. I don't need to take off my sneakers so you can pay me to do it. I don't.
Oh, my God.
No.
I got so depressed about money this morning because whenever we hay, it takes 3 days of good weather to hay. You have to cut the hay with the mowing machine, and then it's going to sit in the sun, and then you ted it, and then you have to rake it, and then you have to bale it. And you rake and bale usually on the last day. But yesterday, the day we were supposed to rake and bale, it sprinkled just a tiny bit. So we thought, okay, we got to let it dry out, and we'll try and get it in tomorrow. Because if it just sprinkles a tiny, tiny little smidge, it's okay. But if it really rains, your hay is done. And then we woke up this morning and it was pouring. We got an inch of rain at our house and all the hay is down and ruined.
Yeah, I didn't think it was supposed to rain.
We didn't either. There was a teeny tiny microscopic chance of some showers, and we thought we had them yesterday and it was all done, and we were keeping our fingers crossed that we could get the hay in today, but no.
That is kind of a drag.
I know. It's like $1,000 and several days of work just down the... It's very heartbreaking sometimes to be a farmer, because you just put in a lot of work and then sometimes it's for nothing. And you're tired and you're grouchy and you have no hay.
Wait a minute, that sort of sounds like being a musician.
Kind of does.
Yeah, you put in a lot of work and
for nothing.
For nothing. It's that personal satisfaction. You get the personal satisfaction of having created all that hay that got ruined. Or...
No, it's just laying in the field. And the sad thing is, we have to go and bale it now, even though it's ruined, because, so we have to waste another day on completely ruined hay.
Well, hopefully you can sell it as mulch hay.
You got to get it off
right?
the field, I guess, but you can't get very much out of it, so.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I was going to talk about burkinis. Right?
Burkinis, the shoes?
You don't know what I'm talking about? Where have you been this week? Oh, yeah, I know. You've been going on trips with your kids.
No, we were haying and I was working. We went on one trip on Monday to Clark's Trading Post where there are trained bears.
Where there are trained bears?
Yes, I love them so much.
Well,
I know PETA probably is really upset that there are still trained bears in the world, but PETA should go and watch these trained bears because, these trained bears are so loved and fluffy and they're happy and they give them wild berry ice cream constantly. I'm sorry, PETA, but the bears are super psyched about getting, ice cream.
Okay, Emily's into that? PETA?
I'm not for captive wild animals in any other incidents, really, but these ones are all, rescued ones, and, they couldn't go back in the wild anyway, so these people, snuggle them and scratch them, and they have, wonderful big enclosures out in the woods, and they have little hibernation caves they can go into, and then in the summer they come and they go in swings and they go on bicycles and they play basketball and they eat ice cream
and they ride trains.
Here's the train. They don't ride the train. There is a train, but they don't
ride the train.
Maybe they do. Maybe they ride it after we all leave for the day.
What was I talking about before you started talking about bears?
Who cares?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, you were talking about
burkinis.
The
burkini ban. You didn't hear about the burkini ban in France?
Are you sure those aren't shoes?
No, you're thinking of Birkenstocks. No, burkini.
But they have the kids line. It's called Burkies.
No.
Or sometimes... Okay.
No,
all right. What's the burkini ban?
It's a modest form of dress for religious people.
Oh, a burqa.
Yes, but it's a burkini so that women of that religion can go to the beach. It looks a lot like a wetsuit. Whoa. It looks almost exactly like a wetsuit, and they banned it in France.
Why?
Because they don't want religious garb on their citizenry.
That's illegal. You can't tell people how to dress.
Well, I know.
France, France, you're usually better than this. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think France made a little boo-boo on this. I understand where they're coming from, but I just think what it translates to is women being oppressed yet again. You know, these poor women, they're just trying to go to the beach. They're very attractive, actually. They look like designer clothing. And they're, what's wrong with being modest?
France usually leads us in being, a little more...
Well, they want people to be naked on the beach. They don't like it when people cover up on the beach.
If you don't want to be, then you don't have to be.
Well, that's what I think. But France thinks differently. So, anyway, we're going to...
Do they think that by doing this, they can change someone's religion? No, they're just going to make those people not go to the beach, is what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's
stinky.
They're just needing to oppress any kind of outward display of religiosity in that towards that religion, which of course is Muslim. I'm not sure it carries over to yarmulkes or anything like that.
Speaking of yarmulkes, so Clark's Trading Post, which I was just blabbering about, is in the White Mountains, and it's right next to a big resort area that caters mostly to Orthodox Jews, and so the majority of the people you see at Clark's Trading Posts are, wearing yarmulkes and the side curls and It's really fun to watch.
That's really interesting.
Yarmulke covered papas going down the water slide with their little yarmulke covered little boys, and
that's interesting because I was down at Echo Lake this weekend.
Yes,
last weekend.
it's right near there too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
because I saw the same population.
Yeah.
Kayaking.
See, Bethlehem, New Hampshire, has always been a destination town for Orthodox Jewish families.
Oh, this is Echo Lake down near Plymouth. You're thinking of a different
I'm thinking
Echo
of
Lake?
Echo Lake in New Hampshire.
I can't believe how they repeat
Or
all
I'm
these
thinking
names.
of it's below Cannon Mountain. That's Echo Lake, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to have to read the map.
Okay.
Anyway, it's 11:41.
What? You better play some music quickly.
Yeah, okay. And it's called Jewel. I think it's amazing when I come across a both air track that I just am not so familiar with.
Did you make it? Did you help him make this one?
No.
Oh, well, that would be why, maybe.
Well, I thought I'd heard everything, but I guess I haven't.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's hear it now.
Wish I was in New Orleans for breakfast. Just one more day before that rain took it all away. Before that rain took it all away. Wish I was on a distant, deserted island in a lazy way, underneath the palm in the cool blue shade. Lazy in the cool blue shade. Wish I was in a farmhouse up in Calgary in a blinding snow, and a ham radio playing Coltrane, and a ham radio playing Coltrane low. Wish I was way up in the galaxy in a vacuum, and a brand new spacesuit and a view of the moon, in a brand new spacesuit in a vacuum. Wish I was in New Orleans for breakfast. Just one more day. I got nothing against the rain. Took that jewel away. Why did that rain take that jewel away?
All right, that was Bo Thayer.
With some good banjo picking there.
That sure was. Nice and simple. I like that.
Me too.
You know, something about it. Something about just having simple, instrumental communication. Why can't I say things in a normal way?
I don't
know. That just, I'm always looking for the word. Then something pops in there, but... Oh, I have an eco quiz for you.
Oh, goody.
I like creating these quizzes that I make it sound like it's a weekly thing. Oh, now we're going to go to the eco quiz, but It's like a different thing.
Hit me with the eco quiz.
Okay,
Kristina?
What do you think about sleeping under synthetic fabric?
Oh, it makes you sweaty.
Yeah, like a polar fleece blanket.
Don't like it.
It's like sleeping under oil, right?
Or plastic grocery bags, because sometimes those are ground up and turned into synthetic fleece.
Yeah, and don't you think it was clever that they called it polar fleece, which makes you think of little cuddly polar bears. And Thomas Shackleton and stuff like that?
Although I will say, when I make little jackets for our lambs, I always use polar fleece because it does keep them. It really does hold the heat in, and it they dry quickly. They wick the moisture away.
I'm actually not. This is not a put down of what is it? What do you call it? I could not think of the word this morning. Ethylene.
I don't know. I mean, I wear the crap.
Propylene.
I don't sleep in it.
I've ended up getting these blankets from my kids. They bring stuff home, and so
really fuzzy, soft.
They're super soft, and they're very attractive at night when you're freezing. So I've been sleeping under these things now for years, and I just always feel a little creepy about it because it's oil. I just, I don't want to sleep under oil.
Yeah.
I'd like to sleep under a lamb.
All right. Well, I'll get you one. Like, if you want a lamb, though, you might have to get a couple to cover your whole body because they're sort of small in the beginning. If you want to sleep under a sheep, I could probably get one that will cover you.
Yeah, you got some big ones.
too. Yes. And Hans seems to have recovered from his brain-eating maggot infestation, so that's great.
What?
The rams butt at each other, and one day we noticed there was a dark spot on one of our favorite ram's head, and he's so sweet and cute, and we were like, what is that? And we went in to look, and it was blood. But whenever there's blood in hot weather, the flies come. So maggots had drilled a hole down the top of his head, and we're eating it.
Thanks for
sharing. We cleaned that all out, and you have to spray it with this bright blue. It's called Blue Coat. It's an antiseptic. Now he has a blue head.
This is why I could never make a good farmer. I mean, I love animals.
It's very satisfying to pick maggots out of something.
Is it?
Well, I don't actually do it. I usually stand about 10 feet away and go, oh, gross. Oh, well, John does it.
John's good at that stuff.
He's super good at it.
He's good. He's
got a maggot tool. It's kind of like a crochet hook, but it's not. What? I think it's just some other broken tool that he uses. But
God, I don't want to know.
Okay, well.
God, transport me to another universe where this type of thing does not occur.
Probably if they weren't organic, maybe they wouldn't have maggots. But maggots are organic.
And this is naturally occurring.
Very natural, I'm afraid.
It's just too natural. It goes over the line.
It does. Cross the line into the natural.
Yeah. It just should, take it to a certain point and then clean it up. Disneyize it.
Oh, man.
Oh, good Lord. Well, that wasn't much of a quiz, was it?
No.
That didn't go very far.
That's all you got? That's all you got for the eco quiz?
Well, I also had, about buying mums. That thing that Myra put on Facebook this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know what that was.
Oh, my God. I hope you haven't been buying mums or any flowers at Walmart or Home Depot.
No, I don't buy them there, but say if I go to a local nursery, am I going to have the same problem?
I would ask them. It's this new pesticide that the bees, they carry it back to the hive and it kills everybody.
So they put the pesticide on the soil of the mums and it gets into the mums and it's on the pollen, right? And then it kills the bees.
I guess so. My mom is a crazy bee lover, so
she knows.
So we are very careful about these things.
All right. Well, that really kind of puts a damper on my love for chrysanthemums.
I know.
In the fall. I just
just find them someplace good. Maybe like the co-op or, doesn't that co-op have
Actually, Hunger Mountain Co-op
They
usually
have a
has
big
really
display.
nice mums.
I would assume that the Hunger Mountain Co-op would be smart enough to not have poisonous to bees mums,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I would ask them.
Yeah.
And if they don't, that's an opportunity to shame those hippies.
Well, the thing is, somebody's gotten to it before me, I'm sure, because that's
Yeah.
why I do trust Hunger Mountain Co-op, because
Good.
it's such a, what do you call it? It's a magnet city for...
How are people not thinking this stuff through? Like, really, are there bureaucrats out there who are just like, it's okay if we all die in 5 years because there's no bees? Are they?
Yeah,
because we are going to make an extra $1 million on these chrysanthemums.
Oh, absolutely.
There's really people out there.
I think it's a new. It's
who
a new.
care that little.
It's a new race of human. It really is.
What on earth?
There's actually been genetic changes to the way that their brain works. I think there's a.
I believe that.
I do too.
People are so callous and ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little disturbing. Basically,
what's doing it? Is
not
it
sure? I don't know.
Video games? Is it the media? Like, what's making people suck so bad?
There's a bigger picture here. I think there's a bigger picture that involves.
Is it natural evolution that
No,
everyone?
I think it's
we have to suck and then we'll implode and then the Earth starts over.
It's manipulated evolution, which involves. I hate to call them aliens because they're not really aliens. They're just people from other parts of the universe, and they, I think, are having an experimental.
They've got to be sad or unhappy inside to be this way, though. They've got to start that way. They must have some trouble to not care about humanity so much.
Unless it's just a big test. Unless it's to test and try the people who still have human emotion at the depth and scope that we do.
Well, isn't it scary to see how little people do?
Yeah, but then I think underneath it all, what I see in my brain here is I see this fabric of people across the world that is very amazing and heroic.
I know, but like they're kind of few and far between.
Well, we don't get the press that the other does. We don't get the press.
Suppose.
We don't get the coverage.
But really, are bees disposable? No, they're not.
Well, you know that. I know
They're
that.
they're like the core of everything we eat. Yeah. Unless you just want to eat bologna, but you probably still, for some reason, you may need bees to eat bologna. Yeah, of course you do. Because the bologna eats something.
I love how scientific you are. Did you know that the show before our show is called Big Picture Science?
Oh my God, why did they do that?
I got so disturbed.
Just so we can have extra humiliation?
Well, I come in here early and I hear that guy yakking.
Isn't it super conservative science, though?
That's what I think, but I'm only hearing it in little fits and starts. I'm just hearing the guy between like 11:15 and 11, and it seems there's a guest on who's really pompous. He's a pompous kind of scientist who shames anybody who thinks differently. And
we hate him. We just hate him.
Yeah, I'm getting to hate that show. I think it's been taken over by aliens, frankly.
Yeah.
So, not our show. Mm-mm. You can be sure that this show has not been taken over by aliens. I mean, I don't know how you can test for that, but I think it's true.
Hey, you know how those kids always scream downstairs at the daycare center below us here?
Mm-hmm.
My little nephew just enrolled there, so now we're going to get to hear him scream.
Oh, super!
I know.
Can you identify his scream? Like,
I don't know. He's not here yet.
Screams?
It'll be a week or two, but like, I bet I could identify him. He's a good screamer.
Yeah, he's got some lungs.
Oh yeah, he's 2.
Nice.
See, I don't. Every other kid in the world does follow this terrible 2 thing, but I don't know. My kids, it was 5.
Yeah, there's terrible times all the way through. You can just have a terrible child who's bad the whole way through.
You can. Have you seen that new bumper sticker that said "Proud parent of a wonderful kid who sometimes I can't say that word.
Really, it's a bad word.
Well, it's the combination. With? It's the ASS and then that little extra.
Okay.
Orifice.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow.
So what does it say? It
said proud parent of a wonderful child who's sometimes a...
Oh, okay.
Beepity beep beep beep. Yeah.
Nice. That's the
of course.
New wave of bumper stickers coming out.
Calling your kid obscenities. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's honest anyway. That's how we
True.
do feel. You know what I always say, that children are cute so that we won't throw them off bridges. Mm-hmm. And it worked for me.
Yours are especially cute, though.
Yeah, I kept a handle on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did nearly drive me insane, but at times. Mm-hmm. But the joy, the beauty and joy and innocence won.
And now you're a Kiki to the next.
I'm a Kiki.
What do you call it? Generation.
Yeah.
Kiki. Sorry.
Hey, don't make fun of me.
Okay, I won't.
Or I'll be sure to make fun of you when you get there.
Oh my God,
You just feel like
you're hopefully a wicked long time away.
Thanks a lot.
No, I just mean.
Thank you so much.
I'm hoping to. I just want to like squeeze all the juice out of the last bit of their childhood. I want it to last for a long time. I'm freaking out this morning. Okay, so next year I will have an actual teenager, an actual one. Like, that's just. I mean, I remember him being born like it was. That's so cliche. Like it was yesterday. But I do. Like, how did that happen? I don't understand.
I'm not going to indulge you.
I want the next few years to last longer than those first ones. Like, but they're not going to. I know.
But
it's like tomorrow I'm going to have grandkids.
Every phase you want to prolong it because you think it's the best. But it's not true.
I don't want them to be grown up. I know you like it, but I don't want them to be grown up.
You mean you don't want to die is what you're saying.
What are you going to die? You're not dying. Nobody's going to die when they're grown up.
It's the fear of death.
I want to still keep them.
I know, but it's all about because when you move on to the next phase and you have to let go of your children being babies, you feel your mortality. I'm sorry, that's what it is. You might call it love. I call it fear.
Well,
not to be a downer. Anyway, we have to go out on a track of music. Not on a depressing thought. We could
death. Are we going to listen to like Don't Fear the Reaper now?
No, we're going to listen to the Snowflake Jig. I thought the Snowflake Jig would be just the perfect.
No. Oh, great. You're going to talk about death and now you're going to start on winter? Can you just accept that it's not winter yet, Kristina? She loves winter. She's crazy.
Just relax. This is a great track of music and I do love winter and I can't wait for it to come.
All right. Well, we will be back next Friday to horrify and delight you more. And we...
Yeah, you were the one that said horrify.
I know. I can't think of a better word, and I was typing fast.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good.
Did I spell it right? I can't even remember.
I think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. We've had fun. Hope you've had fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.